Hello and welcome back to the Blade of Akar channel. You are watching Hacknet. In the last episode we discovered a character called Bit who has somehow perished and is leaving us a little trail of breadcrumbs by way of email, and we are being tasked with hacking into various different machines to either cover tracks or find information. At the end of the last episode we had to clean up some logs that we were instructed to delete on a particular machine of P. Anderson, and it's their bedroom PC. Right, so we did that, and it just leaves for us to reply to this email. Boom. Where to from here? Okay, alright, if you see this then you've done well, and well, all this might actually be worth something. Is that too much to hope for? It seems like a lot to hope for. I've realised that I just don't have the time to write this whole thing. There's way too much to learn and I don't have time to do any of it, so I'm going to need to ask something more. There's a group that goes by Entropy that's currently accepting members. They'll be able to teach you more when you're ready. I'll contact you again. Sorry, that didn't come out quite right. They'll be able to teach you more when you're ready. I'll contact you again. That sounds a bit better. As for getting into Entropy, you'll need to bypass a proxy server, a few shells, open using the command shell. Running on computers you've already got admin access on should be able to overload it. What? As for getting into Entropy, you'll need to bypass a proxy server. A few shells running on computers you've already got admin access on should be able to overload it. Are we trying to do a DDoS here or what? Okay. P.S. I almost forgot. If you run into trouble, I've linked the Network Education Archive server too. It's got a lot of useful information on it. Okay. Proxy server info. A few notes on proxy servers. A classic entropy challenge. Run shells on computers you have admin access to with shell. Connect to a target machine, probe its security, use the shells to overload target proxy. NetEdu archives will have more details, so we need to go to the NetEdu archives. Let's try that now. Connect to 67.171.1691. Ooh. I guess we're not looking to hack this one. Proxy detected, firewall detected. Okay. Port 80, but we don't have a HTTP web server hack just now. So never mind. Let's go back. So we can just look at this from the GUI. And then we've got proxy server quick guide. Proxy servers function as a buffering layer between a target computer and a connecting counterpart that filters, caches and monitors incoming traffic to both optimize web performance for repeated queries and prevent some kinds of attack. The most well-recognized flaw in proxy servers is their upper memory limit, which when reached will force them to allow unchecked traffic to pass through. To exploit this, hackers and testers will often run shells on other computers that an attacker has access to, often using the built-in shell program. Then, with a collection of shells on servant machines, will connect to a target computer and use the shell's overload functionality to flood the target's proxy server with junk data, allowing other potentially harmful traffic through. Right. Exe command on modern terminals executes a file residing on the local machine running user targeting that program at the machine the local user is connected to. Effectively, the command acts as a semantic shortcut and prevents the need for the IP address of the connected machine being added as an argument for any run command. This also allows for multiple programs to send traffic over the same socket, increasing network efficiency at an OS level. Of course, many exe files are not written to have any function over a network, and in this case the program will ignore the cross-network sockets available to it and simply perform its function locally. Okay, so it's saying we can somehow remotely execute things. Shells. Shells are compact, low memory, remote processes running on a separate machine that can be controlled locally from any connection. These incredibly convenient processes are useful for many tasks, though what they are capable of is determined by the type of shell being run. Common functions across networks include overload, designed to test networks and proxy servers. This functionality floods the target machine with junk network traffic from the node running the shell, filling up proxy server memory and soaking CPU time. Soaking up CPU time. There's a few words missing in this text. Trap. A shell running this mode will notify the running user when a foreign user connects to the machine running the shell, and allow an emergency fork bomb flood to be executed on all other users connected to it remotely. This can be incredibly useful for maintaining the security of a remote networked computer while doing other work. Okay. Firewall analysis and solutions. To be honest, I think I'm reading ahead here, and I don't know that we need to be doing that. Proxy servers are advanced. Proxy servers are essentially a second computer that you connect to a target through, which filters and caches network traffic to provide security and increase web performance on highly requested information. Proxies are configured by default to ward off traffic that might be considered a network threat, such as FTP flooding, at the cost of needing a whitelist of desirable traffic, such as YouTube video streaming traffic. This means that while they can be inconvenient for some users while they are being correctly configured, they can entirely prevent the execution of programs that could compromise a port or security service. The most well recognized flaw in proxy servers is their upper memory limit, which reached will force them to either entirely shut down the network they are connected to, a feature which is hardly ever utilized, or allow unchecked traffic to pass through. Because of this, increasing network security budgets have led to more robust proxy servers with significantly more memory, making the process of overloading one a long and daunting task, nigh impossible with a single machine. Okay, right. It says to run shells on all the machines you have, so I mean I could try doing that maybe. 76991942117. I thought I had. Let's try that one instead. 132.50.124.19. Why am I not getting admin access to these? I've already connected to them. Log in. There we go. Complete. And then shell. So that's one shell. Okay. Oh, I see where this is going. Maybe complete that, and then I want to run a shell here. Oh, insufficient memory. But I don't understand. Alright, so I can't run. So I can close that shell. If I disconnect. Why have I got... Oh, all these notes are taking up loads of memory. Right. Okay. Right, let's try this again. Log in. Use that, do that, and then run a shell. And then disconnect from that. Log into this one. Run a shell. Disconnect. Let's log into this one. Complete. Run a shell. Shell. There we go. Got a shell there now. Not that one. Not that one. This one. We can log into that. And we'll run a shell there. And then disconnect. And then... What's this one? Entropy test server. Entropy asset cache. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is there. Right, how do we do something with these? Is it a case of now I need to just connect to the test server? Just connect to 199.59.149.230. I'm already there. I'm already there, aren't I? Connected to. Let's probe again. Aha! There we go. So I just needed to run a shell in memory locally for all the machines I was connected to. That bypassed the proxy. Interesting. So if I now SSH port 22, there we go. Success. Whew, that took a little bit of figuring out. There we go. We're in. So now we need to do a port hack. Boom, we're in. Right, file system. I'm figuring it's just quicker to clicky really rather than typing in. Entropy induction test. Congratulations, download this file to complete the induction test. Entropy will be contacting you shortly. Let's have a look at other stuff. Bin. Bit, please read. Bit, if you're lurking, can you please come out of the shadows? I need to talk to you. Vapor won't get off my case saying something's wrong. She's sure something's going on. Let me know. Are you tired of guests that take up all of your time? Do you wish that you could spend a long, happy life without the worry of money or for mounts? This looks like just an advert for something. The ultimate farming service for Stormwind online players. For a small fee, we will take care of your account and ensure that you have enough gold to buy all of the items you could ever want. All we need is a down payment for $30. Use your Stormwind account, online account details, and yeah, alright, whatever. No one ever remembers to clear out the bin folder too. This is a test server, scrubs. It's designed for people to break in. At least tidy up. Zero cool. Hack the planet. You fools, bow down to me. I got mad skills and you know it. Okay. Assuming you know what retort means, let me start by saying you are nothing but a scrub. It probably took you all week to work out how to smash through that proxy. I bet you're probably 12, thinking you can hack the planet from your mom's 386. Good luck, kid. Move on and let the pros handle it. Op Stormwind, we need help. If you're here, chances are you know a thing or two about getting into places that you don't belong. Those idiots over at Stormwind have totally ruined the balance of Shaitan 3 with the latest auction house patch. I've been a super fan since the original Shaitan was released in '96, and I say we stick it to them and bring that auction house down. If you want in, leave a text file in here and I'll find you. 400 Jin Stormwind online account. Lulz. Admins are pretty pissed at you, slagged fire. The Chinese contingency has been hammering the servers all night requesting gold. Oh. Okay, so there's not much in there. We can delete all of that. Let's delete all of that. We need to copy this bad boy. So let's do that. So SCP Entropy induction test. Hang on a minute. Yeah, it was that. Transfer complete. Session saved. Look at that. Right. Oh, we have mail. They're in contact with us already. They are keen. Right, let's RM star this one. Okay, it's not going to do the directories. 0, 0, oh, cool. And then RM star that. Okay, and then we want to go to op storm. Oh, come on, really? CD op. It can't deal with the multi-part directory autocomplete. There we go. But it will let me get in there. So RM star. Get rid of that. CD dot RM star again. It's not going to get rid of the directories. Why isn't it doing that? Is there a separate thing for that? Yeah, there's no rmdir command. Okay, what about del star? File not found. Right. Let's have a look. rmdir. No. No. Can't do it. Right, so let's go to logs and let's have a look in here. Is there any tidbits in here? No. Remove all of that. Bye bye logs. Filthy logs. Okay, it's still going there. Right, so let's disconnect and let's close all these shells. There we go. Go to mail. Confirmation mission. Greetings, Blade of Akaya. Let me be the first to congratulate you on locating and passing the Entropy Group entrance exam. While to an experienced hacker it's a relatively trivial task, surprisingly few actually seem to manage it. Before we will be able to allow you to officially join the group, we must further confirm your abilities. A tabloid news server has recently taken a negative stance towards Entropy, and we'd like to temporarily disable their operation. As a second test of your skill, we ask you to bring down this server's message board. If you can, leave the non-entropy related articles and the rest of the server intact. We do not wish to be needlessly destructive. This is not a request to simply wipe the server clean of articles. We want just that program brought down. Text. Okay, so let's add. Boom. Let's add that one to the network. We can clicky to get in there. That saves us a little bit of time typing. So now we want to probe. See what's going on. Proxy detected. So now I wish there was an easy command to just create these shells. Maybe I should just keep the shells open. Rather than having to do this all the time. I need to open a shell locally, I think. There we go. Let's open a shell here again. I'm just going to keep them open because I don't want to do this every time. Until I need the memory. Let's disconnect from that one. Bitwise login. There we go. Shell. Complete disconnect. And then let's go to Viper Battle Station. Here we go. Complete. Shell. Discon. Let's go back to the Entropy test server. We're in there. Do we need to log in? Yeah, we can log in. And now we'll run a shell. Shell with 2 L's. Go, disconnect. So now we have shells running on quite a few machines. So let's try and get onto this /bot news network and probe again. The proxy's still active. Okay. Wait a minute. Did I can scan from here maybe? Scan complete. I've got no other things. Can I crack this one now? No, proxy's still up. Can't log into this one. Let's probe it. Firewall. Firewall. I guess that's going to stop me from doing an SSH here. Well, the SSH is going. Well, we're in. Okay. So let's port hack. Target machine rejecting syndicated UDP traffic, bypassing firewall to allow unrestricted traffic. Bypass firewall. I don't know how to deal with firewalls yet. Okay. Alright, so I can't use this machine. Can I just run a shell? No. What's about this? That's an entropy server, so no, I'm guessing the login admin 1 2 3 6 Zs. I doubt it's going to have the same password, right? Because that's only a test server, but let's try it anyway. Admin failed. Back. Okay. Can we scan that network? Requires admin. Right, can we get on this one? Probe. Proxy detected. It's not been bypassed. Okay, let's disconnect from that one. What am I going to do here then? Wait a minute. Can I... I'm not sure which is my machine now. Hang on, what's the IP of that? 107. So it's the second one down. So maybe I can do this and overload. There you go. Proxy bypassed. Awesome. Right, now SSH 22. There we go. Port hack. Get in there. Get in there. Right. Password found. So we have admin access to this now. Let's have a look. Home, empty. Logs, yeah. Empty. Message board. Here we go. Config caution. Config.sys in this folder is a critical system file. Do not delete or rename it. Doing so will crash the board and bring the host program down. Changes to the config should be made only during scheduled outages to avoid this issue. Right. Closed. No. Listing. Entropy group engaged in malicious hacking. New opboltongle patent will tantalize fanboys. Is your data at risk? I can't see entropy referenced in here. Suspicions arise over entropy. Well, that one can go. New Microsoft phone. Microsoft. Nothing about entropy here. Let's just check in here. Nothing about entropy in there. Okay, so we're looking at two articles, I believe. That one. Right, so I want to remove entropy underscore, because question marks and stuff is all legal stuff in the file names, right? Let's delete that one, and then rm suspicion, right? Suspicions arise. Let's get rid of that. Right. I think we're kind of done on that. That's just binary. That's bad. Right. What did they say they wanted me to do here? Before... We'd like to temporarily disable their operation. A second test of your skill. We ask you to bring down this server's message board. If you can leave the non-entropy related article. Okay, so we've got to delete the articles, which we've done, and they actually want us to take out... What the hell? Why am I connected to that now? So let's have a look at this. /bot news. So there's nothing else in there. So what does it say? Do not delete or rename it. Is there a rename command? I wonder if I can use rm. So rm config sys to /message board config sys.back. No, alright. I'm gonna have to write that there, config sys. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I did RM. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do MV. Oh well. So I kind of deleted it. Whoops. Whoopsie. Right, let's cd to log and rm star everything in there. Okay, nearly done. The UI says it's done, but the terminal's still going. Let's disconnect. Right. Now, back to the mail. And here we go. Greetings, Blade of Akire. No, I've read all this. I need to reply. Reply. Sweet. Right. I think I'm going to call this episode here. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hacknet. I'm kind of enjoying it, but that's because, you know, my day job is coding and tech and computers and all the rest of it. So it would have an interest for me. But if you enjoy it, please say what you like about the game. Please feel free to track down below and let me know how much of a tool I am at typing. And if you really did like it, press like, share and subscribe, and I shall see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye bye for now.